Hello, all you positive heads out there. It's so good to be back with all you beautiful reflections of the one source consciousness that creates and animates all things. If you're new to this podcast, of course, we are super happy to have you here, and we just ask that you bring an open mind and heart to your listening experience and to be prepared to explore vantage points that I'm convinced will help shift or solidify your current understanding of the ultimate nature of reality in a way that is extremely empowering. Speaking of exploring powerful perspectives, I'm super excited to announce the release of my very first book, The Golden Key: Modern Alchemy to Unlock Infinite Abundance. If you're ready to alchemize the circumstances in your life so that your abundance expands to an entirely new level in 2021, head over to goldenkey.gift to download the audio or ebook as my gift to you by using the code POSITIVEHEAD. All right, all you positive heads, welcome, welcome. Here we grow again. It is a fantabulous Friday here in the studio as I record. And looking forward to a big night tonight here at the Mystic Manor. We have live musical performance, actually. Some really great artists, some high vibes. Actually, it's High Vibe Records Presents. And so if you hear any background at all, any bass, that's them doing sound check below me. But I'll actually play one of the artists as the outro song today. And speaking of keeping vibes high, I was driving yesterday and was listening to Joe Dispenza's book, Becoming Supernatural, I believe it's called. Yeah, pretty sure that's the title. And it was cool because I came to the point in the book, started listening to it like a long time ago, year plus ago. And I just decided, I wanted to listen to something while I had a long commute, and got to the point where he talked about, manifesting and bringing and anchoring things into 3D vibrationally. He brings such a great scientific perspective to all the stuff that he talks about pertaining to, manifestation and spirituality in general. And I thought, you know what? Why don't I share a little bit about what I heard? Because it really goes along too with some of the things that I lay out in my book, The Golden Key: Modern Alchemy to Unlock Infinite Abundance. Which, by the way, if you haven't picked that up, you can get the audio or ebook as a gift at goldenkey.gift if you use the code POSITIVEHEAD at checkout. But in the book at the end, I share some exercises for manifesting and getting into vibrational alignment. And of course, there's so many ways to do that, right? There's so many ways to elevate your vibration and connect. We just heard actually on was it this week's? Yeah, this week or last week's SoulShare guest, Bill McKenna, he shared a technique on doing this. So I figured I would just keep this flowing. That seems to be what wants to come through this week with Bill McKenna. And then I just happened to, be at that part in Joe's book from, a long time ago. And so let's just keep the exercises going. It's such a simple one. What Joe was sharing was first, and I'm going to just kind of sum it up some here. And you can, of course, I would recommend the book. It's really great, what I've heard of it so far. And he was saying how it's really great to first get into a state where you get your brain in the right brainwave state. And the way he talked about doing this in this particular meditation in the book was focusing on the space, the space in your chest, the space around your body. How we're literally immersed in space. Even the atoms, if you zoom into your atoms, it's 99.999% space. So really tapping into that space you don't have to go deep meditation, but just spending a few minutes focusing on space and feeling it and feeling into it and getting in touch with it. It actually puts your brain in the, in a coherent state so that once you start the actual exercise he suggested, it has more impact. And when you think about it, like everything is energetic. If you start thinking of yourself more as energetic waves, as a block of energy, as this fluid energy, as opposed to this character, this avatar, this physical thing with a real history and a real story. And, what we're constantly doing is we're training ourselves based off the past, what we vibrationally offered. When what this kind of exercise that I'm about to talk about does is it really helps to train you from the future to the present, instead of you've always been influencing the present based off of the past. And what that does is tends to keep you in a feedback loop or a perpetual cycle of creating the same thing over and over, because you create it, then you see it, then you reaffirm it, and then you recreate more of it by reaffirming it. And it creates a feedback loop, a lot of times keeping people stuck. So what this is doing is really tapping in. If you think of everything you've ever dreamed of, wanted, hoped for, being in a particular it exists in the eternal now. It's in a vibrational pool that you maybe haven't linked up with fully yet, but it's there. Just like the same way in the room you're sitting in right now, there's so many radio waves and things passing by and passing through. It's less than 1% of perceptible reality or of reality do you actually perceive with the senses, right? It's like there's so many other things. You can prove it to yourself just by turning on a radio right now. Instantly, if you tune it, you're going to tune into a particular radio signal that just happens to be in the room. You're not sensing it. So once you start really feeling the truth of the fact that, hey, it's all energetics. I'm all energetics. My cells are energetics. And I can start to play with this in a more, in a more matter-of-fact way, in a more, intentional way, instead of haphazardly creating, using different tools and approaches to do that. And so what he talked about is first getting into a state and meditating, or I'm sorry, even before the meditation, what is it that you want to manifest more of? What is it that already exists? And as soon as you think of it, Source has been there, done that, gotten the t-shirt. Time is an illusion. It's all happening, right? So in some other vibrational pool that you are not necessarily linked up with in a way that you're seeing in front of you physically in your movie, right? What is it that you would like to link up with, right? So is it a job? Is it a relationship? Is it more health? Any of these things, right? These forms of abundance, as I break down in the Golden Key, and then invite you to play the Golden Game, which gives you other techniques for accomplishing these same things. We talk about all the many, many, many forms of abundance. What is it that you'd most like to link up with now? So take it and write it down. And what Joe talks about is then assign it a letter. Like if it's a job, for example, write the letter J. And then every time you see the letter J, use that as a way to trigger yourself into alignment with this exercise, remembering what it is that you've done here. So then after you've written it down, now what would that, don't say, you don't want to attach any time, how, or when it would transpire, just what it would provide you. Don't give the exact job, don't give the exact how you come about linking up with this vibrational pool, and don't get caught up on the time frame. Trust that it would happen in divine timing, but rather what would be some of the experiences that would have around it, and then just start writing them down. Like, would it be you'd be able to work for yourself, for example, and travel while still doing your job? Would it be something that you absolutely adore doing? Would you have other people that you work with or maybe manage? What is your wish list of what some of the experiences would be and what it would feel like, or what it would look like in those ways without those other specifics I named, right? And then go and write the feelings under that. Like what will the effect be? You'll feel more elated and excited about life and free to move around and free to do the things that you like. So what would be the effect of it on your life? How would it feel to have, one of the things may be a lot more financial abundance with it, right? I can imagine typically with a job, that may be a thing, right? So what would that feel like in having triple the income to have, not be stressed about bills or what have you. So really spend some time, write down this letter, and write down what the job or the relationship or whatever it is. And you can do this many times. Then come back and do this meditation where you first get yourself, by focusing on the space all around you, within your cells, training your brain into that state, that meditative state. So now when you start focusing on these things and feeling into them, your brain doesn't know the difference. You're literally pulling the future, this other vibrational pool where you have this experience in the infinite potentials that exist. This is a possibility that happens and has played out that you have just documented on a piece of paper, which is really important because it helps to really ground it in, right? And then feel it, play with it. And it's sort of like taking a vacation there, right? You're literally getting into that receptive state. Then you're drumming up what it would look like, what some of the attributes of it would be. Then you're drumming up what it would feel like. And by the time, and do this for 5 minutes, do it for 50 minutes, do it for whatever feels comfortable. And then when you come out of it, you're going to have been there. Now you have affected your reality. It's so much smarter than putting in the work or chasing something because whenever you're chasing things in your world, you're back in 3D. You're not in the quantum realm of creation. And it's important that we all start putting in the work in that realm. I know I'm guilty of it too, right? I'm spending so much time doing things in the 3D world when I can spending 10 minutes or even of time in the quantum state, dreaming and attracting my desired next version of self into reality, linking up with it, right? It's just like the radio wave. If you want to hear a particular song, you need to tune the tuner, right? Same thing. You are like an antenna. You are a broadcast, a transmitter and receiver all in one. So you need to start playing with this. You need to start making this a part of your daily, or regular habit. Make this part of what it is you do to get yourself into alignment. And if you start your day that way, what a great way, because you're once again, your mind doesn't know the difference. When you spend 10 minutes here or an hour here or whatever playing in these quantum fields, you come out of it and you've literally been there. Your body feels like it's been there. You're now not just saying, oh, here's what it would, I'd like to have, more, I'd like to be a millionaire, whatever it is, right? I'd like to have that dream relationship. You're not just saying it or talking about it. You've felt what it feels like. And as a result, the more you can feel that and tap into it, the more you're linking up with it. And the more you're linking up with it, the more chance it's going to manifest. And don't be attached to the how or the when. Just trust the process. This is where your work lies. And it's fun too. It's fun. And if you're not doing this, start doing it. This will accelerate your manifestation. Check out Bill McKenna, last week's Soul Share, this week's Soul Share rather, and see, his technique that he shares. That's another great one. Go to goldenkey.gift, get the book. It's about 3 hours to listen to, or 100 pages to read. Same thing. And then play the golden game. It gives you tools to continue to get into vibrational alignment. And, there's really no limit to what you can call in. There's really no limit to what you're capable of. You are an infinite being. And when you come holding your bag of sugar to be filled, it will be examined to see how large it is. What do you think you're worth? How much do you want it? Are you putting in the work? This is play. This is not even really work. This is play. Make this part of your daily play ritual, or every other day or whatever. Just start doing this in some way, shape, or form in a way that feels really good and aligned for you. With that being said, I have some musical medicine for you. What do you know? Who's downstairs warming up? It's Equanimous. And the song I'm going to leave you with, well, of course, it's perfect. The number one song on the Spotify, Cellular Upgrade. That's what we're doing here. This is Equanimous Cellular Upgrade, We Saw Lions remix. Hope you guys enjoy. Till next time, journey well. Also, before we cue up today's song, as a quick reminder, don't forget to download the Golden Key audio or ebook as my free gift to you at goldenkey.gift using the Golden Key code POSITIVEHEAD. And please, if you enjoy my gift, leave a positive review on Amazon so others can unlock their lives with the help of the Golden Key as well.
The light and love of divine healing floods into you now. Harmony and wholeness now becomes you. Restoring, recalibrating, and activating every cell within your being. You are who you came here to be. I welcome love. I welcome harmony. I welcome all of the beautiful things that are meant for me. I welcome light. Let it surround me. Grounded and rooted in the earth, we align with the highest frequency. And when the dark clouds come over me, it gets hard. Feels like I can't breathe. I rise higher than I've ever been. I look within and listen. You are supported and guided by the higher angelic realms. May you continue to remember throughout all moments. I welcome joy. I welcome destiny. I welcome all of the beautiful things that are meant for me. I welcome peace. I welcome unity. I rise up in line with the highest frequency. When the dark clouds come over me, it gets hard. I feel like I can't breathe. I rise higher than I've ever been. I look within and listen. Highest frequency is love. Breathe in, I am enough. The highest frequency is love. Breathe in, I am enough. The highest frequency is love. Breathe in, not enough. Align with the highest frequency. The highest frequency is love. Breathe in, I am enough. The highest frequency is love. Breathe in, I am enough. The highest frequency is love. Breathe in, I am enough. Align with the highest frequency. I welcome unity. I welcome all of the beautiful, wonderful, glorious things life has in store for me. Your reality has shifted. Yes, I rise up. I rise up. I rise up. Align with the highest frequency. Your external reality will now reflect this inner wisdom. Oh, align with the highest frequency. Divinity has taken course. And so it